All right, so now I want to talk to you about how to properly reach out to accounts so that you don't come across needy, that you don't come across spammy, and more importantly, that you can actually get their attention to a point where they can reply back to you, okay? First off, before I begin, if you have not read this book, it's called the Dream 100 book. I will leave a link down. I think it's dream100book.com/free. I'll leave a link down below. This is not my affiliate. I don't have an affiliate link to the book. It's a free book, pay shipping. The guy that wrote it, Dana Derricks, used to sell this book for like $2,000. All right, it's crazy. And it is basically the blueprint of how, if you know who Russell Brunson is, Russell Brunson built ClickFunnels, $100 million company in the first 3 years. He literally said this book was how he built his entire company. But it's basically the gold standard of how to reach out to influential people, okay? And make them become your friends. Very, very valuable. I would suggest getting it. I don't have an affiliate link for it now. I should probably get one. So the link that I'll leave below, as of the time of this video filming, is not my affiliate link. That might change, but get it. I'm not making any money off of it. I think it's like 20 bucks to ship it out. You just pay for the shipping. It's a heavy book, and they charge like 20 bucks to ship it out, $19.95 or something like that. This is a really good book when it comes to learning how to network and figuring out how to get influencers to be your friends. And it really, really works. I have used this many times, and I would highly suggest it. So, start with that. But when you're reaching out to an influencer, you have to understand your goal is to be able to provide them value so that they have an interest in actually talking to you, okay? From personal experience, I know that when you manage hundreds of thousands of followers, or you have hundreds of thousands or millions of followers on Instagram, you get a ridiculous amount of messages. It's crazy. I mean, on any given day, I would get 20 or 30 new message requests, sometimes more than that. And on a busy day, I mean, there were days when I probably got, 50 or 100 messages in one day. So it's just like crazy, okay? So you have to figure out a way to stand out. So before you ever send your message, before you ever go and reach out to them and try to connect with them, you need to study them and you need to figure out what is valuable to them. So when I was first reaching out, when I very first started, I think I had maybe 10,000 followers on my account when I really first started reaching out to bigger influencers. What I would do is I would figure out, okay, what are the influencers in my niche? You should have that list already. We built it out using social info. Who are the influencers in my niche that I want to connect with? And I would pick 3 or 4 of them, okay? Don't do too many. Don't try to target 10 or 20 at a time. Pick 1 or 2 or 3. I think I picked 4 maybe at the beginning. And start studying them. Look them up. If you know their names, look them up on Facebook. Find them on YouTube. Click on any of the links in their bio. See if you can figure out who they are. Read their captions. See if you can figure out what they're interested in, what they like, and learn about them. Also, engage. This shows big time that you care. Like all of their stuff. Comment on all of their stuff. Watch all of their stories. Swipe up and reply to their stories. Get in front of them. Make them know you or see who you are before you ever reach out to them and send them like a, hey, I want to introduce myself, or hey, I want to provide you value message, okay? Let them see you. Figure out what they want. And then, when you do reach out to them, sometimes when you just swipe up and reply to their story, if you're replying to them a lot, they'll reply back to you and you can have a conversation with them. But if they don't, you're going to want to reach out to them. You want to lead off with something of value, but not in a cheesy way. Don't be like, hey, I'll give you 20 bucks if you talk to me. You want to go to them and be like, hey, dude, I saw that you loved blah, 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 blah. Or I saw that you really are into this, that, and the other. Dude, me too. I happen to have tickets to this, that, and the other. I'd love to hook you up. Now, if you don't have the money to do that, find something that they're interested in that you can provide them value, or a way that you can provide them value, and ask for nothing in return. Don't ask for a shout out in return. Don't ask for a like back or a follow back in return. Don't ask for anything, just give. So for me, when I first started, I knew, or my business partner and I, we knew that one of the people that we were following really wanted to get onto YouTube. And my business partner used to do YouTube. He was good at video editing and knew kind of his way around YouTube. And so we would reached out to this guy, and the guy had over 1 million followers on Instagram. But we reached out to him and we're like, hey, we saw, I think we found it over on Facebook. about them. We saw that you're wanting to get into YouTube more and do more video content creation. My business partner and I actually do a lot of YouTube stuff, blah, blah, blah. We would love to provide you with some free YouTube edits for your videos, just as some samples of what we can do, and hook you up with that. Boom, perfect example. If you're like, maybe you're a business owner now currently, and you're offering something and you're hitting up like local influencers. Maybe you're a coffee shop owner and you can be like, hey, so-and-so with 10 or 12,000 followers or 100,000 followers or whatever, I run such and such coffee shop. Next time you're in town or next time you're here, would love to offer you free coffee or a free meal or whatever next time you stop in. I had somebody send me free shoes one time. They hit me up and they're like, dude, what's your shoe size? I got some really cool shoes. I know you always wear flip-flops. I want to hook you up, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to hook you up. Send me a free pair of shoes. I didn't ask for it. It was super cool. We're friends now. We talk. We're friends on Facebook. Boom. Good stuff. So figure out what's important to them. Study them, engage with them, and then when you reach out to them, provide value up front and ask for nothing in return and continue to do that. Don't be afraid to send them physical stuff. Don't be afraid to invest a little bit of money. A lot of the people that I networked with cost me either time or money up front to build that relationship with them, but now I have that relationship with them. And it's very, very valuable and way more valuable than the $20 or $30 or $40 that it cost me or the 1 or 2 hours of my time that it cost me. Okay? So that's kind of the formula there. The Dream 100 book, like I said, goes over this a lot. But I would highly recommend reading this. But even if you can't read that concept and that formula is the blueprint of how I've reached out. Another way with smaller influencers that I liked to start out and kind of a hack, if I saw that they were active in engagement groups, I would go and click on their comments and go to the first couple comments. If I saw that they were in an engagement group or that they were trying to grow actively, I could be like, hey, I have an engagement group. If you're interested in joining, it's really high level people. It's really active. We'd love to have you in there. Okay, boom. That's a great starter conversation. Another one is if you have a big account, 100,000 followers, 50,000 followers, be like, hey, I'd love to give you 2-3 shout outs for free if you'd like. I know I only have 50,000 or 100,000 followers, but it's still something. You can lead off with something like that. Whatever you think is going to be of value to them, you learn that by studying and engaging with their stuff. Try to get them to see you and know you before you ever reach out. And you do that by engaging with them. Okay? If you have any questions on that, feel free to post it in the Facebook group, and I'll see you on the next lesson.